Well, here we are over at Star Car, and we're going to do something that we haven't done in, actually we've never done before. We're going to show you the building of a Dodge Charger from the very moment it came into the shop, as it did this morning, as it goes through all the different processes that are going to be needed to turn this white Dodge Charger into a law enforcement patrol vehicle here in the United States. So sit back and enjoy a numerous amount of days of filming that we're going to condense all into 2 minutes. Not really, it'll be nice and long, but it will show how this whole project starts, middles, and ends. I'm Stuart, and you're on Sirennet Television. So let's check out day one of the building of a Dodge Charger at Star Car.
I'm gonna set the light bar on the roof and get ready to mount it. Drilling them out to 5/8. I'm mounting the bumper lights in place of where the factory fog lights would be. What we do is we mount the lights to this bracket here, and then you get these factory inserts from Dodge that fit right over the wheel and 4-inch round lights. Then we have a solid red and a solid blue, and we get our bumper lights out of that. I'm sealing up the holes where the light bar cables go through the roof so water doesn't get through with some seal all. I'm gonna screw the light bar strap to the car. This is a template I have for the lower tab that comes out of the fascia here for the push bumper, marking both sides, and then I'll come back with the Dremel, notch it out and file it down so that the tabs can come out for the push bumper to mount to. Marking the location of the two antennas that are going to go on here. I'm gonna route the cables through the roof for the radio antennas. I'm gonna set the deck lights up there so I can mark them, and then I'll take the package tray out and mount them to that. Just mark it with some masking tape.
I'm gonna put the mirror back in, has the intersector mounted on it, and I'm gonna run the wire through the door inside the car. Have to mark the holes in the inner bracket there. And now I have my 2 holes
On either side. I'll measure to make sure they're relatively the same distance and then drill them out.
I'm gonna pull off this lower panel here and route this intersector cable into the center console. Back up here.
We're going to mount the push bumper to the brackets that we installed previously. So.
I'm going to be pulling out the glove box so I can get behind it and hook up the airbag disconnect switch to the passenger airbag. I'll be cutting into these connectors here and splicing in this airbag switch. These are the connectors where I've spliced into the factory airbag wires. They're going to connect to this airbag switch that we're putting in here to cut off the airbag. And I'll just zip tie them up here out of the way. Alright, now I can put this glove box back in. This cable is the Motorola radio remote head cable that goes from the base unit to the remote head.
Mounting the siren speakers to the front push bumper here. And after they're mounted, we'll get them wired in.
I'm putting in the main wire harness for this car and I'm gonna zip tie it to the factory wire harness over here.
Mounting the N-Force lights on the side of the push bumper.
Wired up everything inside the console here. I'm about ready to put the radios in and the siren controller. I'm putting the laptop stand in right now.
I'm going to take out this whole tail light housing here in the rear so we can put some vertexes in the reverse lights.
I'm gonna put the radios in the center console here and screw them down.
Gonna put these vertexes into the reverse housing, light housing.
This is the rear Satina door skin that's going to go on this car, and it blocks off any handles or crevices or switches from the factory.
Drilling out the holes for the brackets to mount the partition to.
And I'm bolting this bracket on to mount the partition to also. Can't get this side started for some reason.
Coming out or in?
We're gonna test everything out and make sure everything works before we put the rear seat in, and then we'll put the front seats in. I'm running the wires for the gun lock and the radio speaker and the flashlight down behind the gun lock, and they're gonna go in the console so I can hook them up. These are the Lexan window bars that I'm gonna be putting on the rear doors here. We're getting ready to put the rear seat in this car.
Well, it's a somewhat cold morning. You've seen the guys putting the vehicle together. Let's go, take it for a run. Well, it's definitely a lot of fun putting these vehicles together, but as you can see, it takes a lot of work. It takes roughly about 2.5 days to put a police vehicle together over at Star Car. Danny, Devon, so the prime guys who are actively working on the vehicle as well tied in with Doug, the head honcho. Big guy, Doug. Always takes care of stuff. On the Sirennet side of things, you had a really great crew, which did a tremendous amount of work. It took a lot of effort to put things together, get all the cameras right, lighting, makeup, you know how it works in the world of television. But again, a big shout out to all the guys at Sirennet Television who put this package together. Wade, of course, our cinematographer, tied in with Kevin and Adam on production as well. They did a really nice job in making sure everything went together fine. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm Stuart, and as always, many thanks for watching Sirennet Television.